These practices were originally rooted in community care, but thanks to the wellness industry, they've been monetized, watered down, and sold back to the public at a premium. For most of human history, health and wellness was deeply rooted in the fabric of community life. Health wasn't a commodity, it was a shared responsibility, rooted in mutual care, cultural traditions, and a sense of collective well-being. Pre-colonial cultures are a great example of how health was historically managed within communities as opposed to today's commodified, individualized wellness industry. Across many indigenous cultures, healing ceremonies, herbal medicine, and spiritual practices were shared freely among members of a tribe or village. For example, many indigenous Native Americans use sweat lodges not only for physical detoxification, but also as communal spaces for spiritual and emotional healing. These practices were passed down generationally, fostering collective knowledge rather than individual ownership. In many societies, there was a fundamental belief that health and wellness resources should be shared, which fostered reciprocity rather than profit. Healing was seen as a way to strengthen the community, as the health of one person impacted the well-being of all. Wellness practices were also deeply tied to the environment. Indigenous groups often used local plants, herbs, and natural elements as remedies. Colonization violently disrupted these communal health systems, replacing them with individualistic and commodified models. Colonizers suppressed indigenous healing practices, labeling them as primitive or superstitious, and at the same time, they appropriated these practices, stripping them of their cultural context and commodifying them for profit. Colonial governments introduced Western medicine as the only legitimate form of healthcare, often criminalizing traditional practices. They paved the way for the rise of pharmaceutical companies and the privatization of health. Now, of course, there has been amazing strides made in modern medicine, no doubt. But in a country so advanced in its medicine and in its technology, medicine still exists to serve capital and not communities, not people. The